Star Wars Force Arena Commanders, welcome to a brand new developer update. So this morning there's been an announcement there will be a patch released for tomorrow overnight, introducing 2 new cards and some very important game changes. So jumping straight in, let's have a look at the brand new cards that we're going to be getting, one for the Empire and one for the Rebel Alliance. So for the Rebels, the Ywing is coming, an epic card, and this will probably be mirrored to the TIE Bomber for the Empire in terms of the damage it can do and all of those other things, but we'll break that down shortly. And for the Empire, you've got a new common card, which is a Riot Control Stormtrooper, and it's a tier 2 which will be unlocked once you've reached that level, and all the stats are based on standard level 1 cards. So first up is the Ywing. It's basically the answer to the Empire's air superiority. So the Ywing Bomber, as I said, will be a tier 4 card, an epic card, and it's pulled from packs or you can buy it on the shop, and this will basically be along the same sort of lines as what a TIE Bomber is right now. It will drop a photon bomb on top of the enemy, and it'll be like an AoE damage effect that will suck in players and kill them, and much like the TIE Bomber does as well, pushing small units away from explosion range if they survive, and any clumps of enemy together will be blown to smithereens. It costs 4 energy and will be available to the Rebel Alliance from tier 4 onwards, so almost identical to the TIE Bomber. Now this card was a bit of a strange one really. This is the new Riot Control Stormtrooper, and the Riot Control Stormtrooper is a squad card which uses control buttons to subdue any people who stand up against the Empire. So they're primarily a non-lethal set of troopers, and they can still dish out a lot of damage, and the idea is they're a tier 2 card and they can be pulled from packs or purchased on the store. And I think what they do is they'll probably control any rebel rushes, so in terms of like suicide Lukes, those kind of things, these guys will stop any enemies that are charging, so Luke is probably the key target here, plus Malaz warriors and those kind of things. It costs energy too, and it will be a tier 2 card upwards, which is come in 3s as well. It's a strange unit to have, but we'll have to see how that pans out in the game itself, and if it can stop Luke from rushing or the rebels swarming, it probably will be a welcome control for the Empire. Now yesterday I released a video about the matchmaking etc, which we'll come to in a second, but in addition to those 2 new unit cards, there will be changes to 2 cards that they introduced recently, which is the repair cards. So both the droid and Larry and Barry will both be getting a makeover in terms of their hit points. So hit points of both have been decreased from 185 to 162, meaning that their survivability now will not be as strong as it currently is, which I guess is pretty welcome too. They are the only cards that I know that are being touched this update. Moving on to the new changes. So first up, there's going to be a brand new limited duration mission that has been added for new cards. How that works and what it will mean, haven't got a clue yet, but I imagine obviously they'll be timed, so make sure you've got your alerts on to let you know once these are active, so you can dive into the game and start doing your mission, because it could be a whole bunch of quests. It could be you might need to kill a certain amount of units, you might need to collect a certain amount of units. It could be those sort of based things where you have to complete, collect and do stuff, bit like the dailies are at the moment. But obviously these will only be for a short period of time, so if you miss them it'll be gone, but no doubt there'll be other ones taking its place. Now for me, importantly, the matchmaking system is being rebalanced and improved, but they don't actually say how they're going to do that yet. I have asked on the forum if there's any information about that, but no doubt we'll have to wait and see what happens when they do release the patch officially on the 23rd. So I'm hoping now that they've obviously listened to the feedback. They must be concerned how matchmaking is going right now, especially for 2v2, because it is just awful, and no doubt turning many players away. And if you played the game this week, you'd notice a dramatic difference in the amount of players playing and the number of higher level players you are now playing against, which isn't the idea of the game. So if you've stopped playing the game for that reason, make sure you bring your ass back, because this update should improve and rebalance those problems that sent you away in the first place. And speaking of matchmaking, so the season rewards and season now will have a reset, and rather it being sort of at a certain time in the middle of the day, it's now going to reset at 1 o'clock every day. That's your Central Time, UTC, and 6 AM PDT. Because obviously, because of daylight savings coming in around the globe, it's caused the system to bug slightly. So rewards currently go out roughly about 2 PM, I think, 1400 hours UTC at the moment. So that'll be changing once daylight saving kicks in around Europe as well, because the US did it last week. So let us know in the comments below, what do you think will be coming? What do you think will be the changes to the matchmaking system? And once the changes are live, no doubt I'll be doing a stream, I think, on the Friday and putting it to the test. So look out for a video then. And as always, may the force be with you, and thank you so much for your support as we've broken through 200 subscribers. Wow, that is awesome. It only seemed like yesterday I had 5, and then it's 100, and now it's 200. Thanks again for your support, and I will see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena video. May the force be with you.